Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about cruising while attending school. Now I get asked this question a lot by parents, usually wondering how they're going to keep up with the school while they're on the ship. Although I'm not a parent, I'm in a unique position to answer this question. I'm a cruiser who is currently in graduate school and has been cruising since I was 5 years old. I have seen the evolution of cruising as a student with regards to Wi-Fi availability as well, since Wi-Fi wasn't available on ships when I started to cruise. Cruising as a student in K through 12 schools is different than cruising as a college student, simply because the needs are different. My first tip is for parents who have children in grades K through 12. You can work with the teacher before you leave to get the assignments they'll be missing and arrange to have the child pass them in when they return to school. Tip number 2 is also for parents with students in grades K through 12. If your district has something like Google Classroom available, you can access the assignments from home before you go. You should still work with your child's teacher on due dates, as Wi-Fi availability is somewhat limited on ships or while in port. With that said, you can access any printed materials or written assignments and print them out for your child to work on before or during your cruise, so that all they have to do is submit the assignment once they return. My third tip is for the children in grades K through 12. I would advise you to bring some of your homework with you, as you'll have downtime to work on it during your vacation. Growing up, I would always bring books with me from an English class or any worksheets I needed to complete. This helped me stress less when I got back to school, as I wouldn't have to do the assignments I missed, plus the current week's assignments. Since my family always heads to the cruise port the day before we board the ship, I would often do homework in the airport when flying or in the hotel room. My next set of tips is for college and graduate students, which are somewhat different as their situations may vary. When I was in college as an undergraduate student, I attended school completely in person. Now that I'm a graduate student with a full-time job, I attend school completely online. Regardless of which format you're attending school in, I would talk to the professor ahead of time and let them know that you're going on a cruise. Like the students in grades K through 12, I would speak to your professor about having modified due dates. Please note that they may not modify your due dates, but it's worth asking, as anything can happen. Even with the Wi-Fi package, the internet may be slower down. I would also advise students in both situations to look at their syllabus, as this will have all of your assignments along with the due dates. Finally, for both in-person and online college students, I would advise staying ahead as much as possible. Usually it's the easiest to stay ahead in the readings or potentially short writing assignments. That way, all you have to do when you return is submit any assignments you may have missed. I would also advise keeping an eye out for any sales on Wi-Fi packages. Some cruise lines offer limited or free internet or discounts on internet packages once you reach a certain level in their loyalty program. For example, I'm cruising with Royal Caribbean next year while I'm attending graduate school online. As a Diamond member in the Crown and Anchor Society, I get 1 day free of their Surf and Stream package. I'm also cruising on Celebrity next year, and I'll get a 30% discount on Wi-Fi packages plus 90 complimentary internet minutes as an elite member of the Captain's Club. If needed, you could use a ship's internet to submit any assignments. Now, I'll include a link to both of those loyalty programs in the description below. My last cruise was my first cruise as a completely online graduate student, and what worked for me was printing my materials out before I left in case the internet was down. Yes, I brought my tablet and phone with me, and I had my materials downloaded before I set sail, but if my devices ran out of battery, I didn't want to be stressed out once I got home. When I was an undergraduate student doing in-person classes, I also found taking my textbooks with me helped me stay on track while I was away. For my fellow students who are also cruisers, what advice do you have to stay ahead in school while on vacation? Are there any tips that I missed? I would love to hear your comments below. And as always, bon voyage!